Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have my weekly makeup basket for you. I did change it up a little bit this week, and there are some things missing, and when I get to that part of the basket, I will let you know what's going on with those things. My hair is just doing some weird, funky stuff today. It dried different, and I'm trying to deal with it. All right, let's get into the face stuff first, the complexion stuff. I am working on the Hourglass Vanish Primer, and this is the only primer I currently have in a project, so of course I'm going to work on this one. And yeah, I don't know how much progress I will make on it because I feel like I don't have to use a ton of primers, and they go a little bit slower for me than they do for other people. Like, my hair is just goofy today. I can see like the silhouette of it because it's backlit and it's being goofy. All right, I've got my Franken foundation here. I'm just going to keep working on it till it's empty. Then I will Franken some more. That's just how I do it. That is the only way I can get my foundation to actually match my skin tone, is if I Franken it. All right, I have all sorts of stuff in front of me. I have the Almay Clear Complexion Concealer. It's a little dark. I can't use it under my eyes. I may do like a Franken of this soon. I haven't had the time. Like, I'm choosing my battles here, what I have time to work on as far as like fixing them and what things I don't. Like, I just had an eyeshadow that I was going to put into this basket shatter on me, and I just don't have time to repress it right now, so it's not going to make it into this week's basket. Oh well, there's worse things in the world. All right, I have powders galore, and then I'll get into like the other stuff that I have in here. Yeah, 3 powders. You've seen these 3 powders before. So we've got the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. I'm actually making really good progress on this, so I want to keep that momentum going. And it does give me a little bit of a white cast, so I want to use that while I'm still in my winter color, because gardening season is coming up real quick. I've already got some of my seeds started, and that means I'm going to be outside a lot more once, it's time to plant my garden, because I'm actually getting a second garden. Like, I have a really, really big garden. It's almost like 50 feet long, and it's like 50 feet along back, and then I have like 8 foot on the ends, and then I have these little cutouts. It's kind of like a tooth, like the teeth on a comb. Why can't I say that? So I have like 6 little bump outs, and then where it comes in, so I can do arch trellises over them. And one of these days I'll have to show you guys my garden once it looks better. Well, I'm getting a mirrored one of that. I know you guys aren't here for the gardening, but a lot of you are saying, oh, we like it when you talk. So, I get off on my tangents, and it's almost that season. So one of these days I'll have to take a picture of my garden once it's finished being built and filled and everything. So I will have mirror images of those gardens, and instead of my arch trellises going over the cutouts on my garden, they're actually going to go from one garden to the next, which is kind of cool. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to plant beautiful flowers and vegetables and everything, so I can create a little tunnel that I can walk through. I know it's weird, but I love to garden, and it's my hobby. Makeup and gardening and cooking / baking, those are my hobbies. And reading. Can I have too many hobbies? I know some people have like crafty type hobbies. I'm just not coordinated enough for that. I just like to grow things so I can cook things and eat things and play with makeup. I can't like grow my own makeup, but I do play Mad Scientist. Oh, and yeah, I've got this coming up. Let me finish my powders. I'm sorry, tangent. So my rice powder from Coastal Scents. I get excited about gardening season. Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, of course. You've seen those powders before. I'm gonna just continue to use those. All right, so since I was waving my blush at you, this is the Pure Lace Blush Glow BB Cheek Color, and this is in Sweet Rose. I feel like, I'm ready, with Easter being next week, or by the time this rolls up. It's exactly a week from the day I'm filming this, but less than a week when you guys are watching this. So yeah, I figure this is going to be a beautiful pastel color. And now that I say that, I'm realizing I didn't put a whole lot of pastels in my makeup basket. Oh well. Easter Sunday, it's going to be, you know, the day that I'm going to be prepping my new basket. So I give myself some leeway on Sundays when I put my basket together. I can literally put whatever I want on my face that particular day because, you know, I'm pulling new stuff out and putting some stuff away. I'm really on my tangent of talking today. It was a good day. It was sunny and my back doesn't feel quite as hideous today as it does most days. So maybe that's why I'm a little bit more talkative. All right, let's get on to the rest of my complexion stuff. Bronzer is going to be in my magnetic palette, but my highlighter, I'm going with the Becca, what is this? Rose Quartz? She's pretty. I'm going to show it to you. Yeah, because that's in for usage. It's not in for, you know, a visual goal, so I can show it to you. This one, my blush, this is Full Bloom from Clinique. I can't show you that one. And this one is from Bare Minerals. It is Blush Pearl. It is a dark neutral, where this one has more warm tones. So that is my complexion products. I should pull out my lip stuff. And yeah, I mixed this one up a little bit. Not 100%, but I did mix it up a little bit. Of course, I've got my Ulta lip stain. I'm determined to get this done before summer. I want that done. And then, how did I get not polish, eyeshadow on my hand? I don't know how I got. Look, and it's here too. I'm a mess. All right, this is Rich Spice by Avon. It is one that I use on my lips, but I also use it as my cream blush. Enjoy that one. Let me pull out the rest of this stuff. I've got 2 lip pencils. The first one is Buxom Hush Hush, and the other one is Buxom Infrared. And this one's just in for usage. This one, I need to finish this one this year, so that one's going to just stay in all year. It's my nice neutral. 1 lip gloss this week, and this one is Buxom Kitty. That's one you haven't seen for a long time, so I need to get some work on that one. Sorry, allergy season's kicking in. And then, of course, my little DIY lip balm. I can't words. Like, if I'm trying to think of things, they don't come out of my brain. But I can just ramble on forever about absolutely nothing, and my brain is just fine. Go figure. Alright, so that is my lip products. And I had a hair just jump out of my head, so wow, my lights are turned up really high. Let me adjust that really quick. There, that's better. I don't look like I'm glowing anymore, though some days I feel like I'm glowing. Alright, I need to show you my eye stuff. I do not have any brow products in right now because I don't have any in any projects, because the projects that I had them in, they ended. So I do have an intro coming up. It's the day after you see this, so I will be filming it tomorrow, and then I will put my brow products into my makeup basket because, you know, my eyebrows are a little sad. I had to use different stuff today, and they're not looking so good. So let's go on to the mascara. The Sarah Creel Back of the Cab mascara, I've been using that. I will use it, and it's going to stay in here until she's done because I don't like to have a ton of mascaras open. So I don't own a ton of them right now, or probably never will again, because I don't want to have a bunch of mascaras drying up in my drawers. You see Grunts, aka Greta? I don't know if you're going to be able to see her little diaper on her from there. She's got like a maroon colored diaper on. Poor puppy. She is trying to get comfortable. Look at her, little ham. Always stealing the show. Alright, let's get into the rest of my eye stuff. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 eyeliners in. So I have this Sephora Felt Liner in Espresso. I have Mally in Midnight. This one is the Starlux Gem Pencil in Ultra Olive. I do have that on today, and I used it as a base, which is why it's more solid looking today. And then we have the Give Beauty in Bathwater, so that is a bright blue. And then for my single eyeshadows of the cream variety, look at her. She is all over the place. Silly girl. The Collab Ultimate Eyes in Pearl Delight. Of course, that is one that I am attempting to finish this year. And I have lots of Jelly Much. I'm very excited. I do have one on my eyes today. And it's not my usual, the Early Birdie in Desert Days. She is a character. And then I have Mojave Moves, which is what I have over the green today. And I have Spindle. That's the one from the Villains collection. These two are just in for usage. And of course, attempting to finish these. Not likely to happen, but we can try. Oh, and Ritz. I can't forget Ritz. That's my Super Shock shadow. Move that out of the way. She is still doing her Greta thing. Let's get into the Magnetic palette. This one is much smaller this week. I've got my Franken bronzer here, my eyeliner from the Profusion Eyes Trendsetter palette, and I have two eyeshadows from that same palette here. So I've got the brown and the black, my little Franken eyebrow color. That's what I have on, and just a clear gel. Let's see. This is from the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. That one is Cotton Candy. I want to say this was Pink Silver, Coastal Scents Hot Pot, and then two Looksies, which is Hybrid and I don't remember. That's its official name. I don't remember. Gingerbread. Why could I not remember? Hybrid and Gingerbread. So those are my toppers for the week. And then I have palettes. Of course, I'm going to bring my Pan Those palettes in because I didn't have them in last week, so therefore I need to have them in this week. So we've got ColourPop Blush Crush, and we've got the Mange palette. Those are fairly neutral to not quite neutral. I don't know how else to explain those, but I have a different palette in. This one is The Secret Life of Scorpio. This one is just for usage. You can see it's got those beautiful berry tones, but I needed this to coordinate with it because there's nothing super light in this quad. I apologize for the glare. I can just open it so you can see it better. There. So I have in these two palettes stuff that I can put with that, and then I have a completely different palette. This one is the Juvia's Place, the Nubian Glow palette. That's what that one looks like. This one is for No Pan Left Behind, and I hopefully can get that done this week because, you know, with tons of stuff rolling in tomorrow into a project of 50 items, anything that I can get rolled out is going to be making my life a little bit easier. And, you know, I could use a little easy in my life. Got crazy, now I need easy. I apologize for all the rambliness, but sometimes you just gotta ramble and go off on a tangent. And this is gonna be edited and up late as usual because that seems to be the way I roll. But I was out and about all day today, so I didn't have time earlier, but it was a good day and I will take it, even if it is a slightly late video. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.